This is Business Incorporated on Channels Television. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Chimizie Obi Iwagu. Today on the show, IMF approves $3 billion precautionary and liquidity line for Morocco. South Africa's net bank shares fall on EcoBank inquiry report. Plus, refugees living in Uganda kick off festive season with Christmas fair. We start the program with the markets, and most markets we track here on the continent looked quiet at intraday except the Nigerian market, which gained 0.38%. The JSE index was down 0.91%, while Egypt came down 0.46%. Kenya closed in the red on Monday. And the Dubai stock market fell sharply at intraday, dragged down by property stocks, while all major Middle Eastern bourses dropped in line with a plunge of Wall Street stocks, which slipped to its lowest level in more than a year. In Dubai, the index dropped 2.05%, with the Emirates' largest listed developer, Emma Properties, sliding 3.3% and Dubai Investments shedding 2.3%. The Saudi Arabian stock index was down 0.28%. The Abu Dhabi index slipped 0.76% as Abu Dhabi National Energy Corporation slumped 10%, falling to its lowest level since April 2018. The Qatar Stock Exchange is closed for a public holiday. And in Europe, stocks opened lower in the morning amid escalating concerns about a slowing global economy. And market focus is largely attuned to a darkening global growth outlook following a flurry of sluggish economic reports. Well, Ulrich will speak to some of these data. Good afternoon, Ulrich. Thank you very much for joining us yet again.
Hi, good afternoon to you.
So more bad news out of the UK. The British Chambers of Commerce are downgrading growth forecasts. How bad is it?
Yes, it is bad. It's worse than before because of all that uncertainty that's looming. We're hearing from Westminster nothing concrete on what the government has in store. So it's up in the air what kind of deal they're striving for, whether it's going to be a no deal in the end or a second referendum. And this is causing businesses, so say the British Chambers of Commerce, to delay decisions on business investment or even to put operations outside the UK and to start preparing for a situation in which being in the UK is not advantageous to them or to their customers. And we're even hearing the Financial Times with a report on Credit Suisse, the large Swiss bank, which has a lot of rich clients, advising its super rich clients to get their money out of the UK.
And in Germany, Europe's largest economy, an important indicator came out today, the IFO business climate, after 3 monthly drops in a row. What does the December reading show?
Yeah, the reading showed another drop, and this makes it the 4th month in a row, and that makes it even more ominous for the prospects for the economy and for the market. Why? Because the IFO business climate is seen as correlating very closely with the economy and the market. And that's because of the way the IFO Institute, or IFO as we say here in Germany, goes about polling those businesses. It asks about 9,000 corporate leaders what their opinion is, what their feeling is of their current situation and of the future. And across a broad range of the economy here. There's construction, there's service industry, there's retail, there's wholesale, and there's manufacturing industry. So you're getting a pretty complete picture here, and it's not auguring well. And the Brexit we just talked about is one of the factors, but also, of course, concerns on trade weighing on the business leaders and their decisions here in Germany.
All right, let's look across the Atlantic. All eyes are on the Fed in Washington. The FOMC will meet starting today. Last one this year, markets won't have any answer until tomorrow. So how painful is waiting for the result going to be in European markets?
It is very painful, and the markets, you know, when I look at the DAX, it's just clicking up a little bit, but there's no conviction behind it. And if anything happens, it could be down in the red again as soon as we stop talking. And everybody is really waiting for this Fed move to come. People are expecting, of course, a fourth rate hike, a measured one, to take the interest rate up to a maximum of 2.5%. But what they're really interested in hearing is what does Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Fed, indicate might be the course of action 2019. It's not an easy answer, and some people here say maybe Jerome Powell and his colleagues in the Federal Open Market Committee that is meeting don't even know that themselves, because the economy is slowing down, but inflation is still motoring along, and so is the job market. So it's a difficult decision to take, and adding that with pressure from the president who says, Fed, don't make a wrong decision, it's against the economy and the market. It's making it very difficult for the Fed to make a good decision, and it'll be key how it's communicated also. And the decision, of course, is expected Wednesday evening, our time, so it'll be a difficult wait the next hours.
Well, Ulrich, let's keep a tab on what Jerome Powell and his team would come up with later today. And of course, hopefully we'll talk about that tomorrow. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of the day.